I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? So, the fifth dimension. We're in it right now. It's here. But referring to it as the fifth dimension, I don't feel is the best way. Let's call it fifth density, because we're talking about an elevation in frequency and vibration here. We're not talking about dimensional space, even though we kind of are. But frequency is a much better gauge of determining where we're at. That rate of vibration, that rate of oscillation. The speed at which light is moving to and from the center point, the 0 point. There are people on earth right now, soul sisters and soul brothers, that are living in 5D, that are thriving in 5D. And there are soul sisters and soul brothers that are still bouncing around in a lower vibrational state of consciousness. You see, 5D is a choice. 5D is a choice. You decide where you operate. The world around you is a mirror of what you truly are on the insides. You know this. So the outside world is reflecting back to you how you're feeling, what you are. So it's the perfect gauge of where you're at. If you're bouncing around this planet and you see chaos and mayhem and destruction, and you're bought into the fear programs, you're being crushed by the matrix, then obviously your vibration is lower. There are people that have stayed in their homes since all this madness has started. There are people that haven't traveled. There are people that are scared to travel. They're in a lower vibrational state. I've been all over the place. I've never worn a mask. I've been on planes. Been to other countries. And whilst I travel through the same airports and spaces as everyone else, I just see magic. I do also get to experience the other stuff that is going on around me. And that other stuff, through people, security guards, airport staff, they often do their best to try and suck me back into that low vibrational state of consciousness. But I choose to not buy into that. I choose to keep my vibration high, to keep my heart wide open, to love every moment and to see the magic as it unfolds around me. To see the contrast. The contrast itself is magical. To see some souls moving through airports, completely sovereign and free, playing life by their own rules and regulations, mixing and merging and vibrating through the same spaces as men and women that are covered up like this, scared, stiff that they're going to catch something, worried. 5D is a choice. You get to choose. You're an alchemist. You're an architect of your own reality. Inside your body, you have access to all the chemicals that you could possibly require, need, to access higher states of consciousness. You can produce DMT or larger volumes of DMT. DMT naturally exists in your body anyway, in your lungs, in your spinal column, spinal fluid. Through breath work, You can amplify your levels of dimethyltryptamine, DMT, or you can just go and take some magic mushrooms. Ayahuasca, San Pedro. You can send yourself into a higher state of consciousness by using plant medicine, but you can do it through breath alone. You can activate that DMT. You can get those gamma waves pulsating through your brain. Those magical, mystical, fractal patterns of light, the mathematics, the geometry. You can enter those higher states of consciousness, but you've got to choose. You've got to choose to go there. You've got to choose to do the work that's going to create that chemical chain reaction that's going to fill your mind, your brain with DMT. Everything is a choice. Those on a higher vibration don't watch TV. If you turned off your TV, would you know that there was a virus on this planet? If you turned off your television, would you know that there was a virus on this planet? Ask yourself this question. It's highly unlikely. I've met a few people that say they've had COVID, but most of the people I know no one that's had it. Most of the people that are getting ill are the ones that have had the magical potion. We all know this. 5D is a choice. You get to choose to live from your heart, from this vortex that emanates and expresses divinity, love, purity, magic, compassion. 24/7, 365. Or you get to operate from this left brain, this logical hemisphere that is structured and logical. And yes, it does have its uses, but is used to keep us locked into this 3D paradigm. You can also operate from your right brain, your female hemisphere that processes billions of bits of data plus per second, that sees patterns, light, code, frequency, it feels. Your heart and your right brain, this is where it's at. When you consciously choose to operate from your right brain, from your heart, also your pineal gland, your stargate, into the magical, mystical realms of infinite space, where you can communicate with other beings from other planets, beings that reside in the quantum field, in the emptiness that isn't empty. It's completely rich and bountiful and full of code and frequency, energy. When you choose to spend time inside those calcite crystals, expanding your awareness and your vibration, you suddenly find yourself bouncing around in an infinite field of joy, full of color, full of light. Your heart is a stargate into the mystical, magical cavern of purity, connecting you to source energy. 5D is a choice. You can alchemize anything. Every single opportunity that comes into your reality can also be a potential disaster zone too. But you get to alchemize the situation. You can mine gold and magic from every situation that unfolds in your reality. Or you can let doom and gloom set in when things don't go your way. Now, whatever way a situation unfolds, it's always in your favor, but it might not look like it's in your favor because you're expecting it to unfold in another way, but it unfolded in the way that it did so you could learn lessons, and then you can see those lessons as beauty and magic and wonder. This is what high vibrational beings do. People living in higher states of consciousness, they realize that there is gold to mine from every single situation. This is you being an alchemist. You can alchemize your reality 24/7, 365. Go into deep meditation. Do your breath work. Activate your pineal gland. Choose fifth density. Choose 5D. Choose to live and thrive in a high vibration 24/7, 365. You get to choose, beautiful soul. This whole world is designed and created to stop you finding your way back home. It's why there is so much focus on materialism and archetypal figures that are outside of you, bouncing around this world, movie stars, pop stars, all this stuff. Are they happy? When you hand your power over and you allow Satan to take control of your soul, do you think you're really and truly happy? God and the devil lives inside every single human. You can take a knife and you can stab another human. You can take a knife and you can break bread with another human. We all have the potential to love and to kill, dark and light. And what true warriors do is they know that both are integral to their spiritual development, to their human evolution. And what they do is they alchemize dark and light. They bring them into the center point, into equilibrium. And they realize that to be truly powerful, you have to master both. If you want to live and bounce around in 5D, you've got to draw your power from the whole, because you are the whole. You can't compartmentalize your own consciousness, because your own consciousness, your own field of awareness is connected to all things. You are all things. And in this human reality, all things, the whole, has been fractalized into many different humans, plants, animals, trees, fish, dolphins, insects, birds, men, women, children. And we're all expressions of the divine. But ultimately, we're connected somewhere. And also, in this 3D space, we're separate. Judgment, blame. If you allow these frequencies to flow through your consciousness, you're going to stay in a lower vibrational state. When you accept everything and everyone for who and what they are, doesn't mean you've got to like it, doesn't mean that you've got to go and run with it, but you can still accept. And when you accept, you open that portal of love. Because acceptance is the foundation for love. It catalyzes love. Because as soon as you accept everything and everyone for who and what they are, regardless of whether you like it or dislike it, that's irrelevant. You can still accept without judgment, without blame, without wanting to change anyone or anything else. This automatically elevates your frequency and puts you into a 5D state of consciousness. When you stop blaming and you stop judging, you set yourself free. You detach yourself from that you've never been attached to. But in this 3D reality, the judgment creates some kind of attachment. But as soon as you strip away judgment and attachment and blame, or judgment and blame, you strip away attachment, because you enter that frequency of love. And it's not unconditional love, it's just love, because unconditional love is bullshit. You either love or you don't love. Unconditional is just a word that can be eradicated from the equation. It's unnecessary. You either love or you don't love. Dark or light, up or down, in or out. Or maybe there's no up and down. There's no in and out. There's just the center point. And out from that framework of experience, all things are possible. Love and fear are both on the same spectrum of emotion. They're just at completely different ends. It's good to experience a little bit of fear. It reminds you. It switches you on. Then you can choose love. Love and fear. Which one are you going to choose? Allow yourself to experience the whole spectrum of emotions, because then you have the polarity and the contrast, and then you know where you are on the map. If you don't allow yourself to experience the whole spectrum of emotion, it's like you're in a forest without a compass. You've got no starting point. You don't know where you're headed. But when you experience all of those emotions and you don't bottle them up, you allow yourself to just experience them, you can start to navigate and make better choices. And for those of us on this planet bouncing around on a high vibration, I can guarantee you that each one of us chooses the center point. We don't want to deny anything. We want to totally accept all of what we are. And that is a human, a soul in a human vessel. These avatars that allow us to interface with other souls in their own avatars on this beautiful planet we call Earth. We get to love and hug and run and dance and jump, to climb trees, to swim in oceans and rivers, to climb, to roll around in the grass, to smell the flowers. It's a beautiful thing being human, but it can also be a miserable thing. And there are many people on that misery vibration right now. There are many people on that destructive, chaotic realm, stream of frequency, embedded within the darkness, and they can't see the light. Yet the light is inside of them, burning ever so bright, ever so strong. As high vibrational beings, choose 5D and allow that light to illuminate from your cells, from your heart. And through the quantum experience, connect to the hearts and the souls of every other human on this planet. To trigger their initiation. That state of wonder. That inquisitive mindset that starts them on the path. Curiosity. Curiosity is beautiful. Curiosity. It starts people asking questions, and good questions get good answers. And all of the answers lie in here, in that magical, mystical cavern, that labyrinth of wisdom we call our hearts. You are a shaman. You are a soul from the stars. A galactic titan, a sovereign soldier, an earth angel. You're a walking, talking, living miracle. You're brave, you're fearless, you're wise. Look into your own heart and realize this for yourself, beautiful soul. Connect with your inner lion, your inner lioness, your god, your goddess energy. Activate that masculine and feminine and bring it into equilibrium so you can be whole. So you can be powerful. Yes, powerful. 5D is a choice, beautiful soul. There's no room for judgments. There's no room for blame. Bring yourself into a state where you forgive, where you love. Because to blame and judge and to hold on to grudges, you may as well get a syringe, fill it full of poison and inject yourself over and over and over. Realize this. Set yourself free. Wherever you are on this planet, beautiful soul, go out into the world and hug your sisters and your brothers. Love them fiercely and ferociously. And remember, when you hug them, never be the first to let go. That's the golden rule of hugging, beautiful soul. You hug them tightly. Release that oxytocin. Get those surges of energy to the heart. Expand that heart center. And allow that glow to flow 360 degrees in all directions out into the universal fabric to light up the lives of everyone. You're amazing, beautiful soul. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.com. We got some of the best ascension tools on the planet. Remember to join our new Telegram group, Spiritual Gangster 1. Gangster is spelled Gangsta, numerical number 1. Connect with your tribe daily. Share the truth, share the wisdom. Live by the codes. Love. I'll see you again real soon, beautiful soul. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out, beautiful soul.